son of a gun. Good morning, Paul. How's it going, man? I just turned it on, and what a great way to wake up. Thanks, man. Hope you're having a good morning out there in the UK today. But how are you? You're good? Good. Good. I'm good. I'm tired. I ripped my back porch off last night. We're going to build a new one, and the wood gets delivered Monday. And I'm exhausted from ripping that up. I'm not surprised it's 5 a.m. on a Saturday. Yeah, it is. It totally is. Totally tired. And some of that wood it was dry rotted. The porch was like caving in. We didn't feel safe on it anymore. We should have ripped it out years ago. But we didn't. But we did it last night. So. Alright, now to figure out what it is that we're missing. What could we be missing? I'm not too much of a DIY. It's forced when you have a home. You just do stuff. I'm sure you're fully capable. You're probably fully capable, man. Well, I played as Jill in 3, so I figured I should do her in this one. Play as her in this one, not do her in this one. I'm a gentleman. Okay. Trying to figure out, I don't even know where to go. That's probably the worst part is I'm just all sorts of lost. Dude, I'm sorry. It's early. Give me a break. I have a feeling I have to be. There must be something I'm missing. So. I haven't had one sip of my coffee yet. It's still a wee bit too hot. To get the silver key, see, I don't know if that's the next actual part. Okay, so I went out there and I got the book about the mass. All of it says you're very close to the room you need to be in to find the item you need to progress. And now I'm going away from it. Okay. So we're going back upstairs. Emblem of armor. I've been in a small library. No, I have not been into a small library that I recall. Which I'm assuming is probably this. The other end of this corridor. Yes, I have. I view that as more as I thought that was like more of an office than the library. Yes, I have been in here. I picked up the lighter. Pages are blank. So I think I've grabbed everything I can in here, I believe. Yeah, I got the dog whistle. I already picked it up. It's in my inventory. Do I need to take it out to a dog? It said something with the dog. Oh. Thunder. The dog whistle said something about a dog in some kind of corridor. I have not used it as of yet. I can pick it up. What's going on, 1K? You're playing right now on your own, but we'll need to leave your stream in the background. Hey. Sounds good, man. Thanks for even stopping in today. Hope you're having a good morning, 1K. Appreciate having you here. Okay. As far as I can tell, the mud is I was hanking around the second floor balcony on the west side terrace. Second floor balcony, west side. Back to the main hall. I think 1K is actually Scott Hall in disguise. Look at him, yo. Hey, yo, Chico. It's the bad guy. And there ain't nothing that nobody could do about it. Not from the other side, of course it is. Alright. I don't know if this counts as the second floor terrace, but not necessary to use right now. Okay. So you're a big dum-dum. So the west side. I mean, here we are on the west. I guess we'll just move down here. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I need. I need sword. There's a lot of things I need. I need sword keys. I need shield keys. I need all these other things, and I'm not exactly sure where to get stuff. Examine the Book of Curses. The four masks. Speak no evil, smell no evil, see no evil. One that can't smell, speak, smell, or see. When all fall into place, evil will awaken. That's all it says. Let me go back to the item box. See, I feel like Resident Evil 2 and 3 and 7 are like this. This detailed, and I think it's so lost with items and stuff. You should have gotten a key off the back of the book, a gold one in a diamond shape. Examine it, and that's the sword key. So I probably have the sword key. There's an engraving of a sword. Son of a gun. Okay. Thanks, Paul. I would have never thought of that. Okay, now there's some room for things. For things and stuff and people and places. But now that I know it's a sword key, I can get into some other areas. This whole time I've been thinking, like, why can't I actually find a sword? I still wish they remade this game like they did 2 and 3. Still wish. Lock from the other side. I see your point. Here's the thing. I'm always comfortable. I don't really care. I'm home. I'm comfortable. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Is he a one-shotter? Nope. Come on, buddy. It is eerily, wrongly satisfying that I enjoy that so much. Okay, he's gone. What do we got here? Just gotta plug my laptop in. Huh, okay, so I've been there. Hey, another room. Sure, we'll save. We'll save. Paul, I finally watched that trailer. The Village. I watched it yesterday morning. Holy moly. Does that look terrifying? Looks absolutely terrifying. I still got to play the DLC for 7. Not that red thing. Emblem of armor. I'll boo that. Oh, really? That doesn't make a lot of sense. That's not the same person. I can't stand for that. More news in August. Dude, 7 was fun. I had a lot. There were definitely some parts that were freaking me out, but overall, that game was a lot of fun. Okay, this is gonna attack me. Oh my god, why can't I shoot? She's not shooting. Jesus, Jill. Yeah, it was totally different. Oh shit, there's green herbs out there. I didn't even... Jesus, Paul, I'm not even noticing these things. Yeah, 7 was very different, but it was also fun. Like, a lot of fun. Boom. Whoa. Imitation of a key. Yeah, no, it's gonna be like super old school with the enemies and stuff like that. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, so we got that, which was the imitation of a key. Yeah, I did mention that, Paul, but the problem is I don't remember where that is. That's the issue in this house. I'm losing track. It's funny, you came into my stream and I was playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, and one of the things you said to me was, hey, you're doing a really good job of remembering the map. Not this game. I can't remember where shit is. But it's funny, I remember it too. You're like, wow, you're really figuring your way out. You're around this place. Not here. Not here. Paul is not fine. ran. Oh boy. Hey man, thanks about the deck. Yeah, it's the deck's a pain in the butt, man. It worked. I was so sore from last night, but thanks. It's not done yet though. Now we still gotta put a new one in. All right, Paul. You said this is gonna help with that. I don't know how. Oh, it's an imitation of a key, so it's probably. It makes sense. Now that I know I have a sword key, does this open up that door? Oh, no, because that's an imitation of a helmet. The walls are closing in. 3PO, 3PO, the walls are closing. No, Jack, I completely removed the old deck and we're rebuilding a completely different deck. Brand new wood, brand new everything. Alright, we got ourselves an armor key. You're gonna open up so much more room for activities. Now if I can just remember which doors it is that I had to open. Not from the other side. Alright, let's go to that main hall outside the living room. Oh, jeez! Ooh, that got me. Just run. Just run. Are you making progress in the game, Tim? Yes. How do you know? The zombies run. Of course I am, Paul. Yes. My two buddies are coming over again, and we're making food and totally watching it because it's going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time. But yeah, no, we're totally gonna watch it. Okay. Well, I mean, at the same time, they did call themselves out for it. When Christian was interviewing Edge on Raw, he's basically like, you can't live up to that. No one can. Hey, hey. Leia. She's just hanging out next to you, Katie. Alright, so if I remember this room, it just, power's not working. The power doesn't seem to be turned on. Bet you it'll be decent though. My one buddy's bringing pizzas. I'm making mini hot dogs and barbecue sauce, and my other buddy is bringing he's gonna make something and bring that. So yeah, we're gonna have lots of food, and we're gonna start doing we're gonna rewatch all the Manias and Royal Rumbles too. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. The best life. Sometimes why you say that, man? Come on over. Come on over, man. We're just a bunch of guys having fun. Be happy to have you. There's just an ocean in the way, that's it. Just an ocean. I'm still laughing because you said I live the best life. Oh, that's funny. The sword key is done. Oh, really? I'm here. Interesting how that connected. Paul. What was that? Zombies. How much ammo did I just lose there? Yeah. decent amount. Thanks, guys. Bunch of freaking jerks. I was gonna say there's probably a lot of doors up here for me to use. Okay, so can't go in that one anymore. That's fine. Paul, how's Mortal Kombat going? I saw you on it yesterday, but I was at work, so I couldn't really hang out in the stream. No, don't attack me. No. If I leave, they'll stop. You finished it, made the brief start in the DLC. Yeah, I know, on Friday. So you Streamlabs or anything didn't crash on you? Hey man, try every Saturdays. I've been having Streamlabs really crashing on me. Okay, so she's protected by 3 goddesses. A bracelet, a necklace, and a crown. So that looks like a sword. That looks like a crown. Huh. Interesting. Lately, sometimes my Streamlabs just loses connection completely. It just says the stream stopped. Now, do I have to do it the same way? Oh, it's crazy, yeah. It's also amazing how many people are probably streaming. Hey. Hey. Oh, crows didn't like that. I messed up one. I mess up this time. Bring the light of truth to the 3 spirits. So it's probably not the red light. We'll go on the other side and see what happens. It's crazy to think of how many people are probably trying to broadcast at a given time. And all that stuff. It's just amazing how many people are probably streaming on Twitch right now. Oh, now it's green. Turn purple. Turn green. Oh, wait a minute. I get it now. I get it. Okay. The bracelet needs to be orange. The necklace needs to be purple. Needs to be purple. So I gotta get it on the other side, and then those two on this side. I got it. That's white. Certainly doesn't look pure white. There he is. Now it's orange. Good. There's my purple. Orange, purple, green. Ooh, that's a mask. But you also gotta think, man, it's crazy. You're all the way in the UK, and I'm in New York, and we can still, in an instant, have communication. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey! Hey! Jesus, my cat is so mean sometimes. Oh, I'm right there with you, man. Right there with you. One mask down. What's next? I think a save is next. Twitch to be able to handle that many people like this broadcasting. It's crazy. Their servers have to be so strong. Work is horrible. Work is absolutely horrible. We are being asked to do things that are not within our scope. And things like that, and it's very challenging. And I'm probably not doing things right, and it's going to come back to a point where I'm going to be looked at like, why isn't this right? These customer stuff is messed up. It's a little annoying. But what are you gonna do? It's life. That is life. So, just glad it's the weekend. Okay. I think it's a little bit of everything. Our company, like almost every single company, took a huge hit during this whole COVID thing with being shut down, and all the people who would be handling the things that I'm handling now are too busy making sales instead of following up on their stuff. And now we're following up on their stuff for them, but I don't know how to do anything in the sales side of the company, and so they're having us do things, and it's just, I know I'm not doing it right. I just know it because all they're doing now, instead of following up on their sales, making sure their customers are happy, I'm on the service side, and everything that they're supposed to do after the sale, they're not, and they're having us look into it. And it's just, I don't know how to use the systems. No one's training me. No one's doing nothing. I'm guessing. I'm doing things wrong. That kind of stuff. It is, because we don't really have any guidance. Even my boss is kind of just like, yeah, I don't really know. So it's that kind of frustration. It's not even just me. It's like our management too. Like, I'm management, but above that management still doesn't know what to do. And then I have to. Oh, where are you? How did you get up here? Oh, that guy's booking. I see what you did there. See you later, handsome. Yeah, that's where I'm going right now. The other side. Just did that loop for no reason whatsoever. Ammo. No, I want what's on the table made of glass. I haven't seen the third season yet. can't I get that? Haven't seen the third. We just started Outsider last night on HBO. When we got done with the porch and all that stuff, we came in just to sit down, and boy, that episode was good. The first episode. Missing something else on this path. Oh, there's herbs over here. Yeah, the problem with that is there's no quick key command to equip, like there is in the other ones I'm used to hit the D-pads. You gotta go into the menu and do it. So he's been out here quite some time. So I thought it was interesting to see Wesker at the beginning of the game, knowing that he becomes like the villain. Well, I don't know the games that well, but I know in the movies he's like the villain. I didn't realize he was one of these guys. I was wrong then. Okay. He also probably doesn't look at explosions.
Richard!
Richard?
What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters. All right!
What did this to
Breaker
you?
Gemini, thank you very much for the host.
Big snake.
Thank you.
And it had to be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Hope you have a good day, good morning, a good afternoon, depending on where you are. Serum is over there. Okay. Where are we? Something tells me I'm probably... They said snake, right? Did I hear that right? So I probably want those acid rounds. Burn that thing. think it is down the stairs. Yeah, it's down the stairs. Oh, that didn't kill you? So Breaker, this is my first ever playthrough of this game, and it's interesting so far. I feel like I should bring these acid shells. Alright, before we go fight the snake, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee. Be right back. Paul, I can't take my time. When I take my time, there's downtime. And when there's downtime, there's no game time. I learned that from my days of World of Warcraft. Downtime was bad time. Downtime meant we weren't getting stuff done. God, I was an idiot back then. Okay. I know that all too well, but yeah, that's true. Whoa, buddy. I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, Urkel. Help! So I was falling and I can't get up. It's so weird to say as we get older.
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot. Hang in there.
Jill, here's my radio. Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
What's going on, Ryan, man? Whoa. Don't know how you're playing that, but don't say nothing here.
I'm okay. The others...
Okay, thank you. Yeah, please don't spoil anything. So that game doesn't come out here for another 6 days, so please don't ruin that for us. Not sure how you got a copy early. Emblem of a shield. It's probably not. Michael, he probably um, has a physical copy, and I think you can't be connected to the internet. Otherwise, like, the Sony's things say, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be touching this game. So he probably got it, knows someone who got it off something, got that somewhere, and stuff like that. That's probably what happened. Like those little mom and pop shops that get stuff early. Shield, mace, sword, this. Don't really understand what I'm doing. Okay, so that wasn't it. Paul, you take your time. You take your time, sir. I will come back to this room. some stuff away. Then we'll come back to that room. I don't like how they run. I don't like that. Not one bit. They can get on out of here with that nonsense. Holy crapola. Look at all that ammo. Where'd that stuff come from? I mean, yes, we'll take it. Kitties.
Jill.
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
The letter is slipped inside. The top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is I'm gonna try to survive only to see you again, but my efforts only delay the inevitable. I am infected, and there's no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them. My love for you. In an hour, I'll enter my eternal sleep where there is peace. Please understand, please know that I am sorry. Martin Krakorn.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
Probably not, Michael. Because I got work the next day. So, unfortunately, I probably won't get to that one. My wife's home the next day. So I'll probably be playing that Friday evening. So I'll be behind the ball on that one, unfortunately. And the gamer in me says, let's take the day off of work. But I did just have 2.5 months off because of the virus. So I can't really ask for time off right now. But that Friday evening, I'll be on. So I clearly didn't understand what was going on with that bug. Let's take a quick look at the map again. Gotta figure out that statue puzzle. Yeah, I hear you. That's the tough part with these games is I don't want you to ruin the story for you just because I'm playing it. So yeah, if you don't want to watch me, don't watch. Don't let me ruin anything for you. Paul, welcome back. We're a little stuck. We're stuck in the statue puzzle, and we're stuck in the I got the bug lure. I don't know what to do with it. So I came back here to see if we can figure this out. So I'm trying to understand what this even means. It is saying what it is, I don't know. I don't know what it's telling me. Is it telling me push the sword and the axe near each other? I can't get behind it. Does it tell me to kind of move these around the entire room? Okay. But now I gotta figure out how. So right here in my bottom left has to be the shield, and the shield's right here. But how do I move him around? Because even if I got right here, he won't move. My Streamlabs is screwing up again. How do I move you guys? Can't pull you away. Yeah, Paul, if I do that though, they'll go up against the wall. What's going on, Shadow 1990? You sound just like my brother with a Baba Booey. Yeah, see, Paul, if I do that, they just... I want them to go backwards, but they're not even in the right order. I want that shield to come out too. I also can't tell what weapons. So if I'm understanding that right, I want the guy with the long axe. And the shield to be pushed out. Is that right? Or are they supposed to be in? It's hard to say. See what happens. Wrong. Wrong. Everything against the wall. Okay. So those pictures show that some are not against the wall. So let's see what happens. So he triggers that. Sword triggers him. They both trigger him. He also triggers that. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Oh, you dirty rotten scoundrel. Problem is, they're all gonna come out when I push this guy back. There we go. Yeah, that made 0 sense. That puzzle. Absolutely 0 sense. I said yes. Nothing's happened. Sunshine will awaken me. Hey, it's a mask. Without eyes, nose, or mouth. Yep, Michael, you're more welcome to jump in. Yeah, I won't be on Last of Us until that evening. So as long as you're good with seeing the game, come on in when I start playing Last of Us 2. We're gonna stay up pretty late. I probably won't get started because it's a family night and stuff. I probably won't get started on that game till roughly 9 o'clock our time. It's making me think I might just wait till Saturday morning, since I'm always up early. It might not make sense for me to play in the morning, to play at night if I'm just gonna be usually on in the morning. How can I read that? Oh shit. It's starting to come down. Whatever's in there is starting to come down. Let's do a quick save. Let's come back and figure out the bug thing. Peaceful, welcome back. Yeah, first time playing this one. Yep. So, it's taking a little bit of time. How's your morning going so far? I'm at least over 20 years late to this game. So. Okay. Alright, now there's definitely something going on. Only 5 minutes left of your morning. Oh, you must be in the UK. Yeah, it's 6:56 a.m. here. My kid is passed out, so we're playing games until she is awake. And then it's time to make eggs and toast and strawberries and blueberries and all that jazz until when she wakes up. Nice. Hope everything's going good over there. Hope things are starting to calm down from all the craziness the past 2 weeks. Okay. Sure, let's take it. There's a switch underneath, but nothing happens. Maybe it has something to do with the insect specimen. So even when I examine it, maybe I gotta put it in the water. Nope, doesn't want me to use it there. I maybe. Paul, Neon Gamer, who was in here last weekend with you, he was giving me very subtle hints, and I had to figure the rest out. Try not to backseat. Dude, it's probably killing you watching me play this game. It is probably killing you. I put the fish hook on the wrong thing. Rekindled, you son of a gun. You and your sub. It is going well. Me and Paul can't wait for Village. It looks scary as shit. However, I'm not gonna have a PS5 right away, so it's gonna be a little bit before I can play that game. Yes, peaceful. It can definitely be annoying. However, this room has been very, very, very good with just being supportive and helping. No one's ruining anything for me. There goes Paul Village hype. Your 10-year-old did it when you played 7? That's awesome. And my daughter's only 2, so she's a little young for 7, but she tends to like scary things. Yeah, I can't, something tells me I should get a VR system, because I know I won't get the PS5 for a bit, so in my mind I'm like, I should buy the VR and play that game. But I don't know. It's expensive. It's like the VR is like the price of a system. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's so expensive. I want it though. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Whoa. No, get that thing away, I'm allergic. Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. 1K? No, I have not. I'm doing a very good job of not looking at anything before I play it. Batman Arkham VR especially love that. Well, didn't they also say that Vader Immortal is coming out for PlayStation VR 2 this summer? You'll hunt them down. I think Vader Immortal's come out for PlayStation, so it might be something I have to, because if I can use a lightsaber, just my life is complete at that point. For all those who don't know, I adore Star Wars more than a grown man should. It's pretty bad. I should not like Star Wars as much as I do. I shouldn't. I came very close to tears when I was at Galaxy's Edge at Disney World in February, before the whole Corona thing happened, and I got to witness the Millennium Falcon in person. It was incredible. Now, does this crest have to go on here? Let's see. Nope, not necessary to use that in here. Yeah, and Paul, me and my wife are going to be traveling. Hey. Kitties. My wife was entered into a contest for being a healthcare worker, and we won round trip tickets from JetBlue. Complete flight tickets are paid for anywhere they go, and of course it's only North America, pretty much. Canada down to South America is where they go. They don't go to Hawaii, they don't go over any oceans, anything like that. So we're trying to figure out where to go. We have from July 1st of this year until July 1st of next year to use it. My wife wants to go to the Caribbean. I told her San Francisco is where I want to go. End of the day, it's up to her though where we go. So okay, so Windcrest doesn't get used there. It's more than likely she's gonna want to go to a beach and such. So my cats are freaking out about something. Give me 1 second. Actually, 1K, Phantom Menace, as bad as that movie is actually a really good movie. When you look back and you understand what the movie's actually about, it puts Obi-Wan in a whole new light that I never thought of before. And it took Dave Filoni to teach it to me in the Mandalorian behind the scenes stuff. Alright. Not sure what to do with that wing crest yet, so let's put it away for now. Revenge of the Sith is alright. Paul, Revenge of the Sith is great. These are powers that some consider to be unnatural. It will feel like a movie that's not good. However, you have to look at it as more than just that. You gotta go into the story. The whole reason Anakin failed and he turned is because he didn't have a father figure. And that's what Qui-Gon was to Anakin, and Obi-Wan wasn't at all. Remember when they picked up Jar Jar, then they picked up Anakin? Obi-Wan even said, "Why are we bringing on these useless life forms?" Obi-Wan didn't want anything to do with it. He didn't want to train Anakin. He did it only because Qui-Gon was going to. Obi-Wan was stuck in the old ways that the Jedi were, which ultimately led to their demise. And Qui-Gon's the only one who saw the potential of the future, and he was lost, and no one stood up to that for him. The whole thing's about family. The whole thing is about family. And it's not the duel of fates of this lightsaber thing. And a lot of people look at it like, oh, that's such a cool fight, yada, yada, yada. Like, no, it's a big deal. Like, that whole fight is the fate of Anakin Skywalker, and because Qui-Gon was lost and Obi-Wan was like, I guess I have to do this, instead of like, I will take you and I can do this for you because I want to. It was the fate of Anakin. He is. I prefer Maul over Darth Maul, though. Okay, now I gotta figure out where to go. Now we've done all this talking. Now I gotta figure out where to go. I haven't seen Insidious. This emblem. Am I supposed to do something with this? But what about Padme and Anakin? It was so bad she didn't age at all. I agree, the story holes with the movies were way worse. Rogue One was something special because Rogue One didn't deal with the Force or Skywalkers. You gotta remember, we took these movies where George Lucas had already created the New Republic, and he had an entire vision for it, but his vision didn't matter at this point. Disney took it a different way. They took it in their own way. There are definitely some things in there that need to be explained, and I think we're going to get them in books and comics and shows and things like that. Obi-Wan, she barely recognized me. Yeah, I think what's even better than that 1K is how you saw that they were using kyber crystals and stealing them to power the Death Star, which is awesome. And then you take it one step further if you watch the Clone Wars and all the side stuff, and you see Ilium, where Yoda would take the younglings to go pick out the kyber crystals for their first ever lightsabers, and how the Empire was actually, once they came into fruition, was mining that planet for all the Kyber, and that's eventually what turned into Starkiller Base. It's the planet Ilium, where Jedi's would go to get their lightsaber crystals for the first time. The stories and stuff that aren't in the movies just go down such a deep rabbit hole that just, it's so good. I love the Empire. As horrible as they are pure. They just get shit done. We'll just be honest, they are very productive. I'll leave it at that. You gotta think they were until Luke came in to the whole story. That's 18 years. Look how much they accomplished in 18 years. Come on, it's crazy. It's crazy. They're super productive. Did they do bad things? Yeah, but they're productive. They set a goal and they achieved it. Okay, and now we're stuck. Oh, I'm supposed to put the music notes inside that wooden mount. Let's give that a try, because I have no idea what to do now. I have a clue. Nope. It's both. It all depends on how you want to look at it, but it falls into both categories. It's fantasy in the sense that it follows the hero's journey, but it's sci-fi in the fact that it is a science fiction movie. And you can even ask George Lucas. He even said he wrote that Star Wars to be a fantasy movie. So it just takes place in science fiction. Okay, so I'm to a point where I do not know where to go. There you go. It's a fantasy science fiction. But now we must figure out where to go. Oh wait, can I use that wind chime out there? Maybe I can. Let's grab that again. Maybe that's where I gotta go with it. This save room stuff, this music is very peaceful. And this is definitely the Wind Crest. Definitely an era of games that has that distinct music for different rooms that you go into. How do I get to that room again? Okay, I gotta go through this door, the one that says when I open it, are you sure you want to open it? Because we're pretty sure it's going to break on you. Doorknob is broken, you can't pass through. Oh yeah, dude, I love Star Wars. It's like my favorite thing. It's so good. Alright, if that door's broken, how do we get through? I gotta go the long way. Okay. Oh, you started the Battlefront 2 campaign? Dude, I love the Battlefront 2 campaign because you finally get to see the Battle of Jakku. Oops, I hope I didn't spoil that. Yeah, it's Star Wars is beautiful. I gotta watch the new Mandalorian episode that came out, the behind the scenes stuff. And it was the little things too at Galaxy's Edge that really got me. There's a restaurant that you can eat at, and it's Disney. Everything's set up as props and everything, and where the oven is, where they cook. This is all decorative, not really where they cook, but there's like a droid cooking food that you can look at. And when you first look at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. There's this droid cooking, but you take a second look at the oven, and it's actually a pod racing engine. It's just little shit like that. It makes me so happy. The campaign, I mean, your normal length, not the longest, not the shortest. I got stuck on one level. That gave me a little bit of difficulty. I'd say it's a good 6 to 8 hours. It's not the longest, but it definitely filled some void in the Star Wars that we need. Oh my god. The pod racing game. I'm horrible at racing games, so that was not one of my favorites. It's not necessary to use. Come on. The filler of the accursed coffin. It's not this? Well, shit. Oh, wait, no. Probably of that thing in the basement. Well, shit. Where the fuck do I go now? I really thought I had something there. Is it defiller or defiler? The accursed coffin. I might be saying my words wrong. Alright, let's see. Let's go back out to the main hall. You son of a bitch. Scared that shit out of me. And yeah, okay, I picked up the Jedi Knight games, and boy, they're tough again to play. They do not hold up well. games do not hold up well. Oh, really? Yeah, they had like a big sale on those games, and I tried playing them while they're rough. Oh crap, you're right. The multiplayer is actually... Berserker Abdullah, hey, how's it going, guys? I am trying to figure out what to do with the game right now. Berserker. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. Trying to figure that part out. I have 2 out of the 4 masks, and I'm trying to figure out the next step. What's going on, SGH? Yeah, it's a classic. It's hard. It's a hard classic is what it is. I'm having a really tough time figuring out the next steps. I'm sure the puzzle is right in front of me. Helmet. Yeah, I don't have the helmet key. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, it's my very first playthrough of this game. Very first playthrough. Oh, wow. It's pretty fast. What's going on, Devin? Well, if you think your dodging's horrible, don't watch me play. Helmet key. God damn it. Yeah, I'm literally to a point where I don't know what to do. All the red doors I can't get through. I don't have the key for them. Let's go back over here. Let's just try something. The underground passage outside. Oh, Jesus. Well, Devin, thank you. I didn't realize that. Appreciate it, man. Haven't seen you a bit, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Okay, let's see. That takes me there. Mostly working. Yeah, I'm back now too. Yeah, it spawned there after I killed the dog. Oh, you just pre-download Last of Us? Is it able for pre-download now? If that's the case, I'm gonna do that today. Well, I'm gonna download it later, so it's on the hard drive. Okay, so that's already fully checked out that room. Let's take one more step back to where we saw our buddy who we gave the serum to. Dude, Michael, you're good to go, man. When life happens, life happens. I know that better than anyone. Hence why I could be in an intense part of the game and I gotta go because my kid needs me. So I get it. I get it. Resting peacefully. Leave him the hell alone. Okay. We'll leave him alone. Have a good one, Rekindle, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the sub this morning, man. Hope you have a good one. 1K, man. Take care. Thanks for even coming in. I think you have the key that can be used to replace the one. Yeah, I already did that. I already did that one, Berserker. I'm sure whatever it is that I have to do is in my face, and I just don't understand it. So this is saying I didn't get everything from this room. Let's hit mash. It's too dark to see much of it. Oh, okay. Unlit candlestick. Oh, well, let's go get that lighter. I'm in the right room? Yeah, I just realized candlestick, lighter. Gotta go get that out of inventory. It's the story of my life, Paul. Isn't that right over here? Yeah. He sussed us. prefer 2 tiers, not just one. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's not true. Don't lie to these people. A lot is good for me. And speaking of what is good enough for me, is me and my daughter getting Taco Bell for lunch. So, hell yeah. Today's gonna be a cold day, too. I had to turn the heat on. So, Paul, if you remember, I told you, like, how... yeah, I already saw the sandwich scene. So now I understand that reference. I feel like Captain America. I understand that reference. Oh, and speaking of Captain America, those of you who have Apple TV, you need to watch Defending Jacob with Chris Evans. Me and my wife watched that, and boy, that was an emotional roller coaster. One of those shows like where you think you know what's going to happen, and then it just punches you in the face and kicks you in the nards. And it's just like, yeah, you might have thought that, but... What was the original line? Shotgun shells. Is that it? Oh, look, there's a back room. Oh! Hey man, thanks for liking the stream. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's definitely better. Hey, musical score. Alright. Now I know what to do. The voice acting for these characters is also horrible. But that's what makes it beautiful. Okay, so now we got the missing score. But now we're running into an issue, which is I don't remember how to get back to that piano. So, let's see what we can figure out. Yeah, but back then though too, we gotta keep in mind they didn't care about that stuff in these types of things. Different day, different age, different types of games, different expectations. To actually, Hatter still is the Guinness World Record for. Oh wow, really? The complete musical score of the Moonlight Sonata. He's a thirsty boy, Jesus. Alright, let's do a quick save. It's because we're making progress now, and of course I just have a feeling the little one will wake up in the middle of all of it. After a while, this chair just hurts my butt. Okay, so how did I get to that room? Where was that? I think it was back on the west side. I think. So let's head back to the main hall. It took 1,000 voices just screamed out all at once. I think it's this way. I think it's down the first floor. Ah, that's right. We're suddenly silenced, yes. I still think one of my favorite things ever. I think one of my favorite things ever in the movies is when Luke goes to Han right at the very beginning. You don't believe in the Force? And then Family Guy, and then when Han Solo goes, what, you mean the thing you just learned about 5 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man. Whoa. Buddy. Headshot. Jeez. Welcome. Thanks for following, man. When we get done with Last of Us Part 2, we need to get... Yeah, I haven't touched it in a while. It's been a bit since I touched that game. It's been a bit. I started making progress on Dark Souls, and I just stopped. Hey, Danny, thanks for following, man. Appreciate it very, very much. Hope you're having a good day, man. Well, Paul's going to be a very busy year for my PS4, that's for sure. We got all the Resident Evils to get through. Last of Us. Then we also have Ghost of, I'm going to say it wrong, Ghost of Tsushima to play. Really getting the maximum out of our PS4 before I decide to move forward with the PS5. Oh no. "11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in the lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, 'Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons.' This is when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two type of people that know the secret of this mansion, Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer would be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? It doesn't matter. It's too dangerous here. My family. I hope they're alright. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. The date my fate was always sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait. Even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the man in the lab coat said something like, "Most likely your family is already. I pray for their safety." Somehow I managed to get out of that room, but getting out of this mansion won't be easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try to remember for my own sake. Okay. Let's see. Resident Evil 0, no. I picked up this game and Resident Evil 0 in a pack, so we'll be playing it. Tiger eyes. What is he talking about? And I put my lighter away. And he talked about not having his lighter. Yeah, in my item box. Which isn't here. Fuck. I get it. So I gotta quit. And bring that with me. I get it. I get what to do. I get what I gotta do. I had to. I can't get out of the room. Oh, shit. You're right. Fuck. You're right. I could have just put it back. God damn it. God damn it. Shit. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Sometimes I amuse even myself. What the fuck? Now, could you imagine if this was on the original PlayStation? I'd have to turn it off. No, I wouldn't have to. I could have just done what I just did, but let me think, because it's older technology. I would have had to turn that off. My gun's out of ammo. Time to quit the game and leave forever. Ah, shitballs. Boy. It's all part of learning, right? It's all part of learning. I never said I was the best player. By any means. Listen, this is the type of game quality. Yes, I brought it with me. I put it in my inventory. Whoa! Get some creepy long fingernails. You're too busy dying. Shut up, Paul. Listen, you said you liked the piano, and now you get to hear it again, so I don't want to hear any complaining. Okay? I provide subpar gaming experience. Okay? Subpar. Hey, we did it. We did it. Should I do a Chris playthrough? I'm sure it's a little different. To be honest, my goal is to finish Jill by Friday, before Last of Us 2 comes out. Once Last of Us 2 is done, yeah, we can definitely do a Chris playthrough. Absolutely. Would you look at that? The wall opened. Now I'm trying to remember where I got this crest from. I think I got it in this room. I should probably put it back. Hey, look at that. Figure that puzzle out, no problem. Large. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. Sure. I don't, I don't know where I'm supposed to put it. I need the helmet key. Did I do it? Oh, never mind. I did it without even knowing what I was doing. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. Not a damn clue. I just fucking moved shit around. That's all I did. Okay. Listen, I'm over here just, doing shit. I'm playing games for the win, okay? You guys are not giving me the full support I should get. My thought process was turn the gears and something will happen. But the crazy part is I turned the gears and then I left it and it worked. It's not like I turned it and it just worked. Like I had to leave the interaction. So my thought process, there wasn't one, Paul. It was blind freaking luck is what that was. And I will forever be grateful for the odds right there. That was crazy. That was crazy. It shouldn't have happened. Absolutely not. This is how I fumble through work too. Let's do another save now that we got that key. Because I don't want to have to figure that out again. I do not want to have to figure that out. Paul. Figure it out. Let's go unlock those other doors. And why were you saying, should we get me to play Code Veronica X? For the helmet. It's not the right key. Perfect Saturday entertainment. Glad I could provide. That's what I'm here for. Actually, in terms of Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's why I'm here. Let's go back to where our buddy was. We can probably get through that door at the top of the stairs now. And speaking of perfect entertainment, I'm about halfway through season 3 of Ozark, and holy moly, is that game good. That show good. Originally started life as Resident Evil 3 before the game we know it became to be, so it's a classed off spin-off. It's a very diverse game of series. Maybe. Since, I mean, never thought I'd be playing these. So, why not? Gotta get them all in. Got a lot of Resident Evil to play this year. Pretty much played the whole series in 1 year. Yeah, I'll check it out as soon as I log off here. I'll go check out the PlayStation Store. Oh, my kid's waking up saying she wants eggs. You had to get that key for one door. One door. Are you serious? Looks creepy in here. Whoa, look at that thing. It's massive. Holy shit.
Payback time.
Oh, I hit the frickin' door. Hey, a death mask. Kill him. He did it.
Thanks.
He did it. I didn't do anything.
Richard!
With its dying breath, he ate my friend. Oops. The assault shotgun. Okay, there's still more here. What am I missing? What did I not get? I saw your guys' messages once I left the room. Wow, they were hidden. They're very well hidden. Oh, I'm poisoned. I'm healed, but I'm poisoned. I think I need those red herbs.
Oh, am I poisoned? I need serum.
So say, hey, I know exactly when there's serum. There was serum in that room? Son of a gun. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. That's where I'm going. And after that, we're going to have to save because my little one is stirring and sitting in bed saying, I want eggs. I want eggs. So we're going to go make some eggs. and some toast. Peaceful Wesker, man. Thanks for stopping by again today. Good seeing you. Have a good one, man. Yay, we're fine. You too? Oops, that's not what I want this. God damn it. That. Alrighty. Epic progress? It was progress. I would not have figured out the dog whistle thing. I knew I had it, but I didn't know where to use it, and it never came back in my mind. But thanks everybody for joining today. We will be back on tomorrow, first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll be doing more there. So thanks everybody for coming in. Paul, thanks for the assist without actually telling me what to do. Thanks for just itching me in the right direction. Yeah, I like those parts too. They were good. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you guys tomorrow.